Hi, Julie Torrance here. Well, over at Makers, in the Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group, it is color combo time. So the colors are Jade Green, and this is just called green in my watercolor set. These are the Rosa Gallery. Poppy Red, so that's my Poppy Red, and it's just, I think it's just called Bright Red. And then Shaved Chocolate. So I have sienna here. You're allowed white and black, so I've got those. And then you're allowed a metallic. So I've got the old metallic paints out. And I think I'm going to use gold. Can I pull it out? Sure I can. And we can just set that in there. So there's my color combo. Now, this is a 9 by 12 piece of paper, the Amazon Basics, and I just cut it in half, so it's 6 by 9. And then I took my archival ink and I just hit it with some script, and these are kind of like typewriter style letters, and this is what I call breaking a blank page, so that I'm not working on just a blank page. I want it to look kind of collagey, and so I did it ahead because it's dry. I've got my water, a handful of brushes, and let's get going on this color combo. I also have some plastic wrap, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to do a floral. This is dry. I'm going to do a floral, and I've got my paper towels. So I'm going to start out down here with a little bit of green, and I think you can see my palette. So you know what? I'm going to switch things around just a little bit. And that way, I still think you can see, but I'm not always dragging a wet brush over the top. Okay, I am going to just wet this bottom a little bit, and I'm making sort of leaf shapes, but I'm just getting it wet primarily. All right, now I'm going straight into the green, and I'm gonna start. Now, Jade Green is the color, it's, you know, that's in the color combo. They use the Pantene colors, it's kind of like a grouping of colors that fashion people use and stuff, so that the idea is that if you say the name of the color, the Jade Green, people have the same. But use what you have. You know me. Use what you have. Okay, I'm going to go into the gold. Just grab this gold here. And it takes more to activate, at least my experience, with metallics or shimmer paints. So I'm just going to put some marks in here. Again, I'm just making kind of leaf shapes. Get some at the top. And I don't think these are going to necessarily stay in a leaf shape. That's okay. Rinse my brush. And I'm taking this. Now this, I already used green, and it was the same green. This is just some plastic wrap, and I'm putting it right on top. Now, one thing I learned about using the plastic wrap, which I haven't been using it that long, is that you don't have to wait for it to be bone dry. You just kind of have to wait for it to set. So that's fine. Let's start with some flowers. So I'm going to grab, this is that boar-heady brush, and I'm going to take my other brush and just wet my red. And now I'm going to just pounce it in, and I'm pouncing it on my paper towel. because I want this paint to be more dry. I think that should do it. Okay, let's get some of this going on here. Like that. And I'm just getting pigment on, but I don't want it to be like a round circle. I'm going to rinse this brush now. I want it to be irregular. All right, I've rinsed that. Rinsed my big brush. And I'm going to move down. That brush is too little. I want a kind of a medium brush. I've grabbed my Grumbacher number 8. And just let this be. Wet my brush and dab on the paper towel. And I'm going to pull out, needs more water. I'm going to pull out this pigment in a flower shape. A little more water. Okay, that's good. And this one, I'm gonna make this one a little bit more elongated. This one is coming right here. I may have to work on that one once I pull the plastic off. Here, and now these are smaller because I want the flower, instead of like straight on, a little bit like an angle. Okay, and this one, you can see I am not using any special brush strokes. I'm just really moving some color around. Good. All right, now I'm going into the brown, just my tip of my brush. In my brush, I did the dab, so it's pretty dry, and the paint is pretty dry. And I'm just gonna go kind of around, just to get a little color on the center. Okay, good. All right, I'm gonna take this brush again. I'm dabbing it back in. And I love the way that this is looking around the center. Love it. So I want those dots to come back. Nice. Okay. All right, rinse that off and give it a good dry. Okay, I'm going to lift this. I think it'll be okay, but I can always put it back down. I'm putting it back down. Can use a little more. Now, what will that do to it now that I've done it twice? I have no idea. But it'll look different than if I did it. I'm going to turn this around. If I didn't do it. Okay, now let's get some little kind of fill it in sort of flowers. I'm going to get a smaller brush. I've got it's one of the snaps. It's a number 2. Okay, I am going into this. That's black, brown, red. All right, I'm going into the red. And I want to, hopefully, where you can see. And into the white. Oh boy. That was a bit of contamination. That's okay. I want more white. I'm going to add to that a little of our shaved chocolate color. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Just a different color. Okay. And I'm just gonna make some little filler flowers. So I'm just gonna and I'm working upside down, which is totally fine with me. Good. Just kind of left one hanging there, didn't I? I hope you're doing well. I hope you consider our little challenge here. And as far as that stamping, I am ignoring it. It's just as if it wasn't there. Good. Few more. I've gotten a little bit wet. I just gave it a dab. Now these flowers that are on top of the poppy color, I'm still going to go over those petals again, but I don't care if it gets a little smeary. Just making these little flowers with almond-shaped little leaves. Do something. Okay. I am going with the Grumbacher, wetting my brush. I'm going to get a little bit of some color here, but I want it pretty loose. I want it pretty transparent. Dry my brush and then put a little on the tip. And I'm going in with another petal. I'm trying not to disturb the center, but if I do, I do. Let's get one over here. One that's kind of heading off. I don't even know where this petal goes, but I think it goes there. Okay. Good. All right. I am going to take my white and I'm just going to dab in some centers to these little beige-ish flowers. And that one went underneath, that's fine. Okay, I'm taking this off. Whatever it is, it is. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, let's turn this back around and see what we've got. Alrighty. I am going into that quite liquidy red, and I'm just gonna extend that petal out. I'm going to give this petal just a little more. Good. Good. I'm liking it. Okay. Now I have a hair that I'm just, there we go. Didn't hurt a thing. Okay. Let's get some stems. I'm going to get my liner brush, going into the green, and shoo, back into the green, shoo, little water, back into the green, shoo. Now, I'm going over them again because it doesn't look to me like these, and I'm giving it a little more of a push. I do not think those first little stems would have been able to support. There, and that's a little dry, but that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to take my medium brush and I'm going to find some of these leaves, and I'm just going to like take some of this paint and I'm just going to kind of loosen up these stems, but then kind of get some of these leaves, but I don't want to just outline them and kind of destroy the watery looseness. A little tiny bit more. The gold, I don't know if you can see it, but the gold really is showing up. And I love the way it looks. There's a lot more water going on here than pigment. But I do love the texture. All right. I'm just gonna loosen these guys up just a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm gonna take that same brush. I've got a little bit, I hope you can see. I've got a little bit of that green. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Rinse, and I'm gonna add to it a couple of rounds of black. That doesn't look like black to me. No, it is. Okay, good. It's called neutral black. I'm taking my little liner brush and I'm going to make some little twiggy ones for our little friends here. And they can just kind of go behind the leaves. But I'd rather they not simply be floating. There. Good. Good. Okay. I'm going to take this pouncy brush. I'm going to just wet the brown a little bit. And then I want to work dry again. Just pounce, 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 pounce in there. And I'm going to go around the centers. I'm going to, let me see. I don't want to wet this brush, this pouncity brush. Nice. Yep, I like that. I like that a lot. Good. Okay, I'm going to rinse that brush off. And I'm pouncing it to get it as dry as I can. I want to see if I can come up with another color. So I am going to go into, I've got this green, it's got a touch of black in it. I'm going to put some more green in there. I'm going to put some white in there. Good. And now I'm going to add this gold. Get some seriousness going on here. There we go. Okay, good. Now I'm going to just kind of put my hand here and give it some splatters. Nice. Give that a rinse. And now I'm going in with my smaller brush, and I am just gonna pick out some of these splatters, and I'm making some little leaf shapes. Going into the splatter color, making some little leaf shapes. Some of it's just going to be splatters. I'm not going to get them all, and that's fine. I'm going to go back in here and bring them all the way up. And a few over here. Got a few splatters up here. Oh, I don't know what shape that was. There we go. Nice. I'm going to get some more of this, and I'm going to bring the painting down. I used to live in Tucson, Arizona, and we had the Gem and Mineral Show, which is huge, and people come from around the world. But you are to be a, I'm gonna bring some over the flower, just a few. You are to be a business to be able to shop during that. And I did have a business. I had a jewelry making and bead business. And the jade displays, there is every color of jade, every color. Okay, going into the white, and I'm going to kind of treat it like gouache. And I'm just going to make some little marks like that. Good. I love it. I love it. Great. Okay. I am going to dry this. I'll be back. Okay, pretty dry. And I want to do something more here. And so, got to stick with my color palette. So I'm going to mix up another color. I am going to go into the brown. That's my shaved chocolate. I'm going to add just a touch of red. Good. I'm going to add a touch of black. Good. More brown. More red. All right. I think I want to add a little more black, but I kind of went overboard. Okay, I just gave it a tiny. Okay, I think that'll be fine. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this guy. Dry, dry, dry. I just want to get it on the tips. All right. Rinse. And medium-sized brush. A lot of white. Little bit of red. Little bit of water. White. And very little red. A dot. More white. Okay. Little brush. And I'm just making some little lines like this. Line, 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 line. I'm really adding texture more than anything. But I wanted to break up this green a little bit. Good. I think it's going to be kind of like, is there something there or not? It's going to make you look a little bit deeper in. And I'm going into the gold, same little brush, few dots in the centers. Nice. Okay. Going into the white with the liner brush. And yes, I know there's some other colors mixed in there. It won't matter, I promise. And I'm giving it some twigs. Nice. A little more water. Little twigs. Hey. Coming along. Coming along. Okay. Another dry. Pretty good and dry. Let's take it off of the board. See what we've got. It'll look different. that tearing that you hear is it picking up some of the cardboard, not the watercolor paper. Let's move this aside. Great. All right. I've got black Sharpies, a couple different sizes, and then one of my Stettlers, which is a 0.1. This one just says fine, and this one says ultra fine. So, and then I've got the white Posca. So, I think I'll start with the black because I want to work up here. And I'm going right in with the Stettler because I want it really, really fine. Okay? And I am holding the way back because I want these to be loose. That one I think goes down there. All right, and get a little bit more going here. And over here. Really loose, folks, really loose. Okay, coming up closer, I am going to outline all these white stamens. Just like that. Giving them little sticks coming off of them. And this one. And I'm heading those sticks, or the little stems of the stamen, towards the center of the flower. Okay, I am going to pick out some leaves. And I'm gonna, first I want to work on this. I got an idea. I'm gonna put some black dots in with the brown dots. And I'm gonna do some little folds in the petals. And this one's coming this way. Okay. Dots, 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 dots. I know. Yep, liking that. Good, good. Okay, now I'm going to change pens. And I'm not sure how heavy this is. Oh yeah, it's heavier. Now, start at the bottom here. Moving way back. Make some little twiggy lines for those little flowers. Let's do something with these. I'm allowed white, so I've got the old white Posca going here. And I'm going to do dots. It's just going to highlight them a little bit more. I realize this is turning into a longer video, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys have told me do what you need to do. So, look at that. I'm really, really liking this. Okay, heavier Sharpie. And I'm giving this leaf a little outline. And there, a little outline. And little twigs. Nice, nice. I am going to make this leaf a little more pronounced to push that stem back. But the rest of them I'm okay with. There's a little leaf right there. I'm leaning back so that I can see. But I am liking this. Okay, I'm going to take the white Posca and I'm going to put a few little white dots around these red flowers. Not anywhere near as many as the brown or the red, but just to give it a little highlight where the sun might just be touching it a little bit. I like what that did. Yep, I do like it. Now, these and these, I'm considering those kind of back. So I'm not going to do in here too. Just a little bit more towards the back. This, I'm not sure what I want to do. I do have a white gel pen. And I did test it. It does work. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of this white. Again, just like maybe where the sun is hitting it. I realize you may not even see this, but it is there. And when jelly roll, this is a gel roll, when it dries, it does dry a little wider than you can see. Okay, well look, there's our challenge. I'm liking it. I hope you like it. I am going to give it a little signature. If you found this inspirational, helpful, educational, if y'all like it, please consider a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Right down over here, there's going to be another video picked out for you. I'll see you over there.